Unpopular opinion, but your first few years of teaching don't have to be hard. In fact, they can be easy and fun. Hi, my name's Selena, coach for new and first year teachers, and welcome to the 30-day Make Teaching Easy challenge, where over the course of 30 days, I'm going to show you how to work smarter, not harder. So I still remember the day that my superintendent, my principal, and my state representative came in to observe me during centers time. Now, during centers time, what ended up happening is my students were working independently in their groups and their centers while I was pulling a group at the back table to work on specific skills that they had gaps in knowledge in. And what ended up happening is my students ended up transitioning their centers, cleaning their centers, and turning in their work all without me. They had the board and they had jobs that had them doing it automatically. So I didn't have to interrupt my teaching at all. I was free to teach those students independently. And this is what teaching easy can look like. It gets to look like ease and flow and working smarter, not harder. But the question is, how do we get there? So here's my process. The first thing is I like to ask. Whenever I do something that seems complicated, I will often ask myself, is this the easiest way of doing things, or is this the way I'm doing things because everyone else is doing it that way? What would be an even easier way? And then oftentimes a strategy another teacher will share, a coworker, or maybe something I see online, or maybe just a light bulb moment hits, and I start experimenting with that thing and finding an easier way to go about doing things. The second thing is aligned action. Whenever something sounds exciting or easier or simpler or fun, those are the actions that tend to work for my class, whereas the actions that I feel like I should or I have to, or an expert said it, or the whole school is doing it so I'm gonna do it, those strategies don't end up working for me. A great example of this is one of the first schools I worked at used clip charts for classroom management. Now, don't get me wrong, anybody who uses a clip chart, that's fine, but they didn't end up working for me. And I used them even though I felt icky about using them because they didn't feel aligned with me. They didn't end up working for my class. But then after I started taking aligned action and listening to my own gut, that's when I found strategies that actually ended up working for me, so much so that other teachers started to take notice and they started using the same strategies I used. And the third thing is to tweak. The reality is, after I try a new strategy and the system that makes things easier, I will often tweak it and perfect it to make it even easier. The goal is to make it as easy as possible to the point where it's so automatic that it's like a habit. And teaching is always evolving. You're always going to find new strategies, new spins, new things to add to make teaching fun. So it's really important not to tie your worth on whether or not a strategy works. That doesn't define you as a teacher, because teaching is just a combination of finding strategies and systems that work for you. If you love these strategies, make sure to comment prep and I will send you my free prep guide. It's called my top 10 strategies to working smarter, not harder, and getting more done in less time over your prep. And make sure to follow for part 10, because tomorrow we are covering the #1 system that helps me leave on time every day.